Welcome to T-Wrechs. I'm Chris. T-Wrechs is about farm work, tractor work, rehabbing barn, woodworking, do-it-yourself projects, CNC projects, leather work, boating, whatever I'm doing at the time. Today, I'm working on my wife's family farm. She grew up here. It's been neglected a few years. A lot of stuff is overgrown, so we've been pulling a lot of small trees out, a lot of tree trimming, burning some piles, and we're trying out this notch tree puller, Notch Manufacturing. Now, I picked this up a couple of weeks ago and tried it. It's really heavy for my tractor. I finally put the backhoe on. I'm going to try it today. But let me take you in the YouTube time machine, go back a couple of weeks to when I put it on the first time, and then we'll come back to today and show you how it's working now. I didn't have any experience with Notch Manufacturing before. I think they're Lake Henry, Minnesota based. But they had good reviews. They were quick to respond. The price was reasonable. They did not have a dealer in Florida, so I did have to pay shipping, which was expensive for this big heavy thing. But I'm looking forward to it. You know, it'll help me with, basically it's a grapple turned on its side to be able to rip stuff up. The orange paint I put on there just helped me a little bit from the seat of the tractor, be able to see what I'm doing. I put a little stripe at the top too to help me center everything. The way this works, only one of the jaws opens up, the other one's fixed, and so that's always pointing at the center. There wasn't much for an unboxing video. This was basically how it came. There were two steel straps, so I took off already. But it just came on the pallet. There was no packaging to deal with, and there really wasn't anything that could go wrong with it. I did order it with a male and a female poppet connection, and of course it came with two males, so I've already taken the male off. I need to put this female on, just standard connection sizes, so no big deal. The thing is pretty beefy. It's 48 inches wide, 50 inches tall. The jaws come out about 33 inches from the back, maybe a little longer than that. You know, I've always had the dilemma of how many times do you wrap this stuff. You know, at one point, you know, 2 or 3 tries was enough. Then somebody came out and said, oh, you need to do 20 wraps. Then, yeah, I think we're back to the 2 or 3 wrap scenario now, keeping it off the edge where it comes in. The steel, these jaws are 1 inch thick. The metal up here, or the steel up there, is 3/4 of an inch thick. So pretty heavy. I like how the cylinder is protected by this guard, so it's not going to get dumped on or bumped with when you're going through brush. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. We'll see how it drives here in a little bit. Let me get this on. What else about this thing? One last tug here. Yeah, there was a dilemma of which one do I put the female on. With the grapple, I use the top button on the controller to open, bottom to close. I kind of like to keep it the same. I couldn't really trace the hoses here, so I've got a 50-50 shot as to which one's going to work. We'll try it and see. You know, worst case is I swap those out. So I don't know how much it weighs. Let's go ahead and pull the scale out, see how heavy it is. Get this stuff off. And let's see, it's going to be pretty awkward to lift up, but let's try it. Okay, got straps here, and they're hooked here. It's going to be pretty awkward to lift. When I lift it up, I think the nose will be the last thing to come up. Off camera, you missed the part where I dropped the scale. I was hanging it up and dropped it, and it landed on one of the barbs of the jaws here and actually cracked the screen. I just bought this other scale, so it's the first time using it. Okay, try it again. Again, new scale. I don't know how to change it between kilograms and pounds, so we're going to measure in kilograms. I figured out how to zero it, so that's good. Let's start the tractor up and lift it and see how many times it falls over. This will be fun. It wasn't too bad. I thought the nose would really go down. And of course I can't see. So we'll lock it. Let it down a little bit. The scale says no way, 700 pounds. No, 277 pounds. 277 pounds. So pretty beefy. The one thing I do like to do is build some custom pallets for all the attachments. So I'm going to set this on the pallet I built up. It's just a 4x4, 4 foot by 4 foot with a couple of 4x4s on the bottom and some decking on top. So let's set it over there, and then we'll take the forklifts off and put the machine on here. Easy peasy. Let's take the pressure off of those hydraulic lines. Give me plenty of line here, actually probably too much line, but you will figure out how to make it work. I am pretty happy. It has came all greased. You can see the grease in here. So I am ready to pull something up. So starting out pretty small here. This is one of the nuisance things I've got to deal with. First, I've got a little stubby brush here that we cut off, and it's right next to the fence. If I try and do this with a backhoe, I'm going to nick the fence or hit the post or something. The other problem, this zero-turn mower gets stuck on all of these things. So pulling these out is a big deal, and I got plenty of them to deal with. And you can see I can get close to the fence, not worried about nicking anything. Came out easy. Okay, again, it's going to look like small stuff, but I'm working around the post, I'm working around the fences, trying to get close to it. When I pull this thing up, even though it looks small, look what comes with it. I got a root there that just goes on and on and on. Not stuff I want to be pulling by hand, not stuff I can really grab with a backhoe. This thing really helps grab that root and pull the whole thing out, and that's really what I'm after. Get rid of the roots, get rid of the problem for good. So here I'm getting a little bigger. This is about 1.5 inch tree. And it's actually got some good roots. It's when I'm pulling up, I can't pull it out because it's lifting the back of the tractor up. So to get it loosened up a little bit, I'll use the jaws of the tree puller and dig around a little bit, see if I can break some roots and maybe loosen it up so I can pull it. Give it another little bite at the roots here. And it's a little bit difficult because from the seat of the tractor, you can't see well. You can't see the tips of those jaws. So, yeah, I've got a feel for what it is. I stand up and look a little bit, but by breaking those roots apart, I was able to pull it up. And it's out of there. I've got a second use for it. My father-in-law built this place about more than 50 years ago. And fences and the fence posts are starting to show their age. Some places there's a fence in front of a fence and multiple posts, and some posts are metal, some posts are wood, some posts are PVC, some are wood with some metal around it, and I need something to help me replace all of this. I've been working on this fence. This fence actually goes through the pond on property, which we're in the middle of a drought right now, so it's a perfect time to replace fence. Not just that, it got it. You gotta get my excitement here. It's not just that I pulled it out. It pulled it out without me having to get out of the tractor, strap it, re-strap it after it fell off. This is gonna be nice. So here you can kind of see the age of some of these posts, and you know, they're not even stuck in the ground anymore. Some have rotted away so bad. But still having the tree puller is great for not having to get on and off the tractor and wrap it and pull it and wrap it and pull it again. So it's going to be a big help. Here's a PVC post that I'm getting ready to pull. You can see to the left where I've already replaced some of the fence. And as I pull these posts out, I'll go through and mow here where the fence line is. PVC has been hard for me because the straps I'd use to wrap it and pull it out would slip because there's nothing really to grab on the PVC. I'd actually throw a screw in if I needed to pull it out, but now I just grab it and go. This post here, there's actually 3 posts. One in front of the other. There were 3 sections of fence, one in front of the other here too. So I'll grab the first one's a wood one. And again, just not having to get off the tractor to deal with one at a time is huge. I mean, this little section of fence is going really quick for me compared to the others. You can see here too, the weight of that tree puller really shaking the tractor. So I'm trying to kind of jerk it to drop that wood post. You can see the tractor really shake. So that higher it is, the worse. But it's just a heavy object for this. And the only ballast I got on there is the flail mower. So here's a metal post that was stuck in the ground there, and it's actually pretty heavy. I think it's a cast iron pipe. But again, not getting it off the tractor. I'm not trying to find a way to wrap around it. And then there's actually another 3rd metal post right here in front of me. I'll come and grab. Let's go back and try a couple more trees. Now I've got the stump grinder on the tractor. And this clip will highlight a couple of problems. The first one, you see right here, I go in to grab a tree and I totally miss it. And it's really hard to see the tips of those jaws from the seat of the tractor. And now as I'm shaking it, you can see how much the tractor shakes. Then when I go in and I do grab the tree, there's just not enough ballast on the tractor at this point. And you can watch a little effort here. You'll watch the back wheels come off the ground. 1, 2, 3, pull. You see me slide a little bit. And now I'm off the ground quite a bit. So rather than dig on this one, I tried rocking back and forth to break the roots instead of digging underneath them, which sometimes worked for me. But again, here is still not enough ballast on the tractor and it's lifting me up. So ballast is king with this size tractor and this implement, 610-pound implement. And in the end, I end up just breaking the tree. So I still got to go in and get the stump out. Here I almost broke this tree instead of pulling it up. The tree was pretty strong. Those claws are sharp and really powerful. One other thing to illustrate here is again that it's difficult for me to see the jaws of the tractor. So as I'm moving forward here, you can see I've got the loader hitting the ground. I'm pushing the notch and sand in front of the tractor. But I still get in there, can still grab it. Finally realize what I'm doing. Taking a pinch without hitting the fence. And this time I got to it down. A lot of finesse, a lot of learning in terms of where the positioning lies, a lot of standing up in the seat, but it works. So here's the configuration that worked for me. I installed the BH77 backhoe onto the tractor. I even extended the backhoe out to get weight further away from the back axles. I was just getting, my rear end was getting lifted off the ground way too much while I was lifting trying to get some of the bigger trees. By bigger trees, I mean, 2 to 3 inches. This tractor doesn't have enough power to get anything bigger than that. So, but with the backhoe, I was able to pull everything up, or it would not pull it, but wouldn't lift me up off the back end. So this was the configuration that works for me. Well, here's the disclaimer. This thing is a beast. It is built well. Notch Manufacturing treated me good. They got it here on time, reasonable price. It is just too big for this tractor. So I've got to really pay attention, and I've got to have only the backhoe on when I'm using it. Otherwise, I'm lifting up. So if you've got a bigger tractor than this, or obviously if you've got a skid steer, highly recommend it. It's powerful, heavy, industrial. So that's about all I got. You know the routine: like, share, comment, throw darts, sunflowers, whatever. But tune in, I've got a lot more coming. We're going to do some reskinning on the barn. I'm doing a double Dutch door for the horse stalls. I've got a rototiller we're going to put together and test. It's a Titan Attachments. It's a Chinese version. I'm assuming Chinese. It came from overseas. So be real interested to see how that works. Most of what I've got is name brand stuff. And then I also just bought a 50-foot man lift. So lots to come. So stay tuned, and hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.